This video is not intended for viewers under the age of 13. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey everybody, welcome back. Thought we'd do something a little different today. We're going to take a look at the G.I.Joe Retro Snake Eyes. Now, I apologize for the packaging. Both him and Storm Shadow were opened while I was still working by my kids, but I did manage to rescue the figure and all of the accessories. I believe there's quite a few, but that being said, this line has actually surprised me. I wasn't going to get into it at all, but when I saw that striker and got all those nostalgia feels, decided to go all in. So that being said, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, get your bell on so you get notified of future content, and if you feel like it, hit that like button. That being said, let's see what he has in store for us. Stay tuned. As far as the packaging goes, he does come with his stat card. Now, it's a little lacking of information for what I remember in the 80s line, just because they have to include 4 languages other than English. So, his role is a commando, primary specialty infantry, secondary specialty combat instructor, birthplace classified, and he is proficient in 12 unarmed fighting systems, jungle, desert, and Arctic survival. So that's about it. There used to be a whole bio, I thought, but nonetheless I will still keep this just for completion purposes. But it's very nice that they included it. And the actual picture looks amazing. The box art just brings back so many memories. It looks really, really good. So now we're going to do accessories a little bit differently. He comes with so many, I'm just going to display them on the figure and show how they can store. So first thing you get is 2 silver swords. Look really, really good. Both painted silver and black. Each one comes with a sheath with a prong that you can use to store on its back. So with that, you can do a single sword on the back, or with this added port on the vest, you can actually do dual swords stored on the back. Very nicely done. He comes with 2 of the smallest knives that I have ever seen. Don't drop these because you will never find them again. But they are nicely detailed. As you can see, gripping done. Could have used some silver paint on the blades, but it's so small. Would have been difficult to do and have it come out right. But he does have a storage location for each one. You have a permanent boot mounted sheath. And then you actually have a removable shoulder sheath. And the way that works is it can simply just pop off the vest. Works really, really good. In addition to the silver swords, you have 1 really long black sword with no paint on it, but it's still nicely detailed. You have the odd-shaped blade and some actual detailing in the handle. Looks really good. And then S imprinted on the blade itself, and then some serrated edging right there. So they actually took their time to put some detail into this. But sadly, there is no place to store it on the figure. So you either have to have it being used or not. I guess you could, if you wanted to, slide it between the straps on the back, but in my opinion, that doesn't look too good. But it is nice that they included it. He comes with 2 pistols, one with an attachment for a silencer and one without. Now, they are somewhat detailed. Looks like they made an attempt, but something this small is definitely going to be difficult to detail, but we'll get in close. So they made some attempts at some detail lines there. So I'm glad that they did. Now this pistol has an attachment or a nozzle for a silencer, which is nice. I don't know why they didn't do the same for this pistol, because he does come with 2 silencers, but it's nice that at least one of them is able to have a silencer on it. And it's small and difficult to do, but just like the classified version. And I'm going to use tweezers to assist here. The silencer can store in the gun holster, so that's a nice detail. And then you can take the silenced pistol and put it in the holster as well, and it fits really well. No storage for the other pistol, so I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to give this to Crankcase, because he didn't come with a gun. So thanks, Hasbro. And the last accessory is the Uzi, which you can't have Snake Eyes without an Uzi. I think they made a mistake with the classified line and giving him the updated, futuristic looking gun. This has always been a wonderful piece. It's always been included with all the G.I.Joe Snake Eyes up to date, I believe. Why they changed it for classified, I have no idea. But just looking closely, it's got some amazing detail. They really did a good job on this. Looks great. Even the silencer has the portholes drilled into it, so it looks really good. And once again, it is removable, but I always just leave it on. I may end up gluing it because I don't want to lose it. It's so small, but it looks really, really good. Perfect for his size. And last but not least, he comes with his magazine pouch. I remember this as an accessory from when I was a kid. It looks great, brings back all kinds of memories. It is just made of the stiff plastic like we had when we were in the 80s, so you can hang around his neck. You can wear it like a man purse. You can do whatever you want with it. But it is great that they included it. So as far as accessories go, you've got multiple display options for this figure, which is great. I think it's awesome. And I did forget to mention that he does also come with the Snake Eye stand, which is your standard fare. So let's take a look at Snake Eyes himself. I do love this figure, but he is by no means perfect. A lot of people were under the impression that this is going to be a new mold, but let me show you something. If you can focus on the feet, right there. 2012 Hasbro. So this is going on nine years old as far as a mold, but it's still done really good. And being that I'm just now getting back into G.I. Joe, I don't have this figure, so I'm not going to complain. Those that may have purchased it in the past, then yeah, they might have something to complain about. But let's take a look at some detail here. The head sculpt, in my opinion, looks really, really good. Got black paint on the visor, going from ear to ear. I do love the detail at the top and the mask right in here with the wrinkles in the fabric as it goes into the mask. Looks really good. And the sewing seams go all the way from front to back with some more wrinkles detailed into the back of the head. Looks really good, especially for something that's small. Coming down to the chest, you've got his vest here, which is done in soft rubber, and I think it's black rubber with some gray paint along the bottom, gray and silver. Some silver details there. I'm not certain, but I think it's supposed to be the Arakakage symbol. It's really hard to make out. More detail on the abs on the vest. Makes me believe that this is supposed to be some sort of parachute, because these are elastic. They are flexible, which is nice when it comes to posing, but the detail does extend around to the pouches on the back. Some nice ribbed detail on the shoulder straps. Coming around this side, you got more magazines, another pouch, more gray paint. One nice thing about this is it is removable. It clips on the side, gives you the ability to take it off. So let's do that. Alright, with the strap of the vest off, it gives us a better view of the chest and the abdomen. So let's zoom in. He's got what I would say is somewhat of a beachhead style military vest with shoulder pads. Wouldn't doubt it if this gets reused on a beachhead mold if they do that. But you got the nice fabric detail coming down to the arms. They're on a disc hinge. You got some nice gray stripes painted on, and shiny black silver hands, or sorry, shiny black hands. I don't know where I got silver from, but as far as articulation, it's on a disc hinge, so you can do a full 360 and pretty much go out as far as you want. Elbow will bend 90 degrees, and you do have rotation right above the elbow. Coming down to the hands, fingers are a bit weird, but they do rotate. And there is a disc hinge on the wrist that allows for side-to-side movement, which gives you a nice ability to get some cool sword poses. Same for this side, except with the exception of this little pouch here with a painted silver button. Everything else is exactly the same, even the rotation on the hand. And sure, I forgot to show off his elbow pads, which is on both sides. Coming on the chest, he is on a ball, you can see in there. So you do get ab crunch forward and back. Very nice for a 3 3/4 inch figure. You can do a full 360 on the waist. Coming down the hips, got your standard G.I.Joe metal teeth, metal ball joints. No upper thigh rotation, which is a bit disappointing. Coming down to the knees, you've got the gray straps painted for the side pouches, side pouch and holster. Coming down to the knees, the kneecaps or the knee pads are actually removable, so you have the option of going with or without. Me, I like with. Just seems to add something to the character. So We'll leave that on, but knee gets a nice double jointed bend, and it doesn't break it up too bad, but the knee pads are there to help with that. Same on the other side. As far as the feet, nicely detailed boots. If I'm being honest, you've got the laces detailed in there. Pants bloom down over the boots. Looks really good. As far as articulation, you have a swivel, and the feet can go up and down either way on a disc hinge. No ankle rocker. But I mean, for a figure created 8 years ago, I think he is very well articulated. It was kind of cheap for Hasbro to try and play him off as a new line, but he looks really good. For some reason, I've got some sprue marks right there. Might have to hit that up with some black paint, but that is G.I. Joe Retro Snake Eyes. Tell me what you think. Do you like this mold? Are you all in on the line? Are you pissed because this is a mold that was created in 2012? By all means, I want to hear about it. Let me know what you think. Just for comparison, here he is with 1986 Roadblock and Sergeant Slaughter. Looks like he's got the appropriate height. Definitely a lot more modern, but he really looks good with this group. And here he is with Wavemate Storm Shadow, who also happens to have 2012 stamped on his foot, but they do look really good together. So final thoughts, what can I say about this character? He's been a staple in my childhood memories for as long as I can remember. I've watched all the cartoons when I was little. I still watch them as an adult, so he definitely hits that nostalgia spot. The accessories, the amount of accessories that are included are amazing. Modern articulation compared to the original 86 line is phenomenal. The detail that they've put into this character definitely shows that Hasbro does in fact care and takes their time to produce an amazing looking, an amazingly articulated, and amazingly fun character and toy to play with. So is this a recommend for me? When they first announced it, I wasn't in on it, but now that I have them in hand, along with the Striker, the Hiss Tank, Storm Shadow, I've got Roadblock and Destro in the mail, I'm all in. So it is a definite recommend for me. But tell me what you think. Again, let me know in the comments. Well, that being said, please, if you haven't already, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to get your bell on so you get notified of future content. I hope to see you again next time.